Hiya, what's up? My name's Ashley Jonas, but my stage name's Newyork 45, and ooh, if you read the title of the video, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be releasing an album every week until I'm in New York, and really all I can do is hope and pray that this turns out right. This week's, I don't know where I got this idea from, but this week's album is very psychedelic, and that's like my favourite. If you can tell by my accent, I am Scouse, and I do like the Beatles and the Beatles psychedelic album, sorry, and you know, I'm a Hendrix kid. I love Hendrix and Pink Floyd and just like anything like that, so I really dived into that. It's, like I said, it's out right now, but I'll put the links down in the bio and that description. But what I was gonna say, oh, there's so much to fill you in on. I did film me making the album, but the songs that I filmed I didn't end up using. I'm gonna tell you, it took me a day to layer it out, so choose the songs that I was making and kind of like get the demos done, and then it took me 3 days to mix and master, so I didn't really do a week. But yeah, I did the cover myself and everything. Well, my sister helped me with that. But yeah, I don't know, it was fun, weird, and I don't know, I really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, it's really fun. Now I'm going to insert the videos of every bit of footage I got. You know what, I had a slide for my guitar, but due to like me moving studio and that, I lost it, and I actually had two. So I do have this end of a knife that I'm going to use and see if it gives off the same effect. It should. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to use that. I guess you can use anything. People use bottle openers and that. So let's see if this could even work, to be fair. This is the note. Very psychedelic. Gets you floating. And I'm gonna do a third one, so yeah. Even though I said I'm going to make the whole album in a week, I've pretty much like nearly kind of done the songs. So I guess with the whole week it's the recording, the mixing, the mastering, the photo work, editing the video, and this. Although it's not a week, it's actually Tuesday, so I actually got a few more days. I thought of this idea today and was like, you know what, that's cool, I'm going to do it. Now we're on track 6, which is a song I'm really nervous for, so I'm gonna go down and make a cup of tea. This has to be the big finale, do you know what I mean? Like, this is the one that we've waited and we've worked and we've grafted and we've done all this work for. This has to be the last one on the album. There's songs, now I say track 6, the whole album is going to be followed with intros, and I know they're not very like, this album isn't very like singer-songwriter, but I want it to tell a story, so the other tracks will just be like kind of following you onto this journey too. So track 6, but eventually it's gonna be like track 10, do you know what I mean? So right now I'm thinking of like, what can I do for track 6? I've got so many great ideas. The Great Gig in the Sky, you know what I mean? I can't sing like that though. Or like Hey Joe. I feel like that would be like a solid finishing song. If 6 is 9, solid. You know what I mean? Like there's so many. Wish You Were Here is kind of like an opening one for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go have a cup of tea, have a think about how I want track 6 to sound. It's currently 9 o'clock, so I'd say I'd give myself an hour tops maybe on this, and then hopefully I get something done. I think that might be the bass. Okay. Right, I messed up a few times in this recording, but is this psychedelic enough for you? Right, so here's an update. I'm on day 3 of doing this album, and I've mastered and mixed the songs already, and I'm in like the mixing and mastering phase now. Hopefully more to the end of mastering. I mastered a few of them yesterday, and you know, a few songs I've already like ticked off and done. Just stops. It's weird, okay? It's just like messing around, but goes depressing. You there? I want to see if I got the drums right for this. Okay. Next song, I'm not gonna lie, it has been out in the past, but I just feel like it fits in so well with this, and I'll show you for what I mean. Different tempo, different key, and different everything, but still. Actually, it might be in a different key, but anyway. Right. Look at this, guys. I need to synth outro, and I might add it because, you know, great. Okay, I'm probably not gonna record the rest because I've listened to this, half of it's done. There's just like little producer notes like to kind of get rid of this, some of the distortion in like the guitars, to fix the drums, and the first time I saw your face. Which I'm thinking of names. I was just gonna call them song 1, song 2, song 3, song 4. But every time I, you know, these songs are actually made of emotion. Like beat 1 was, it to me when I hear it, it's really sad. But then again, it's about like this joyous thing. The standoff is something like psychedelic, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, and then. I think she's dangerous, but is obviously about you know, crushing and you know all that like da, 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 da. The first time I saw your face, which is the next one after she's dangerous, it's very much so when you see someone you like and you're just like, I don't know, like if I like you, I'm gonna remember and like I'm gonna capture every element of you, and I really think that song gives that. And when listening to that song, and even when making that song, I was like, okay, this describes a lot about like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so that's that. And then Some Beat is obviously, whenever I listen to that song, it's kind of like, oh, trippy song. It's kind of like night, city, car ride, looking at the world. It reminds me of Gotham a lot, I can't describe it. And then Are You Satisfied is just, you know, no, anyway, Are You Satisfied is just like a little, you know, quirky song, doesn't like that, but yeah. Like I said, it took me 3 days to like proper record it, and then I started the mixing and mastering. I kind of mix as I go along anyway, which I know is kind of, but I'm just used to doing it. You know, when I got into production, I didn't just get into production, I got into songwriting, mixing and mastering at the same time, so I haven't seen it as a thing to like separate. Oh my gosh. But you know what I mean, like these hand actions are just getting too crazy. I haven't seen it as a way to separate, and my brain doesn't, it doesn't really work like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I'll be crying next week, but yeah, and like I said, as long as people enjoy it and get a bit of entertainment from it, then I'm buzzing, do you know what I mean? This whole thing is inspired by Electric Lady, obviously. Like, I really do want to work in Electric Lady. I think it's cool and psychedelic, and, you know, it's Hendrix's studio. Need I say more? Like, I don't know, like, it's just so cool, and, like, it's one of those places, even when I think about it, I cry a bit, you know what I mean? I can't help it. But it's recorded in my little studio, which is loads of instruments because I love them. And yeah, I never used to have a bed in here, but now I do, because yeah, I get a lot of rest. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, go listen to it, I think. I don't know. Oh my gosh. But yeah, go listen to it, and if you like it, then why don't you just follow me on Instagram, and then you can see updates if I release any more. My user is official Newyork 45, and yeah. It's crazy. Okay, bye.